how long ago did you two meet?
It was like at the end of April for sure. It was like April 20-something.
So you dated for a couple months, and then why did you guys break up?
It was a very toxic relationship. My job performance, it was very poor already. I wasn't sleeping enough. I was already getting in trouble at work because of my performances lately. She had my social media accounts, and she would like message my clients, letting them like saying really mean things to them, like insulting them. Like I have all the conversations here. Like I have everything here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two broke up. And when was it that you broke up?
When was it?
Yeah.
May 29th, exactly.
You said one time that she went to your employment.
Yeah, I received a message from one of the coworkers letting me know, hey, listen, there are two girls like looking for you. And then my boss, like 10 minutes later, he calls me, hey, listen, there was two girls looking for you over here. They were telling me about your personal life. I didn't want to know anything about it.
What was she trying to tell about your personal life?
He told me that she told him that she's pregnant. And also she was trying to show him a video that supposedly I was trying to like kill myself when I wasn't, because in the real video, we were FaceTiming and we were kind of like fighting. And she was telling me, oh, if you love me enough, I want you to carve my initials on your chest. I thought I felt something for her. I was just blinded by her look, so I didn't hesitate. I was crying, so I did it. I was doing it, and she was like telling me, oh, do it deeper. Oh, you're not doing it right. Oh, you're doing it ugly. My ex did it deeper than you.
So you carved her initials onto your chest?
Yeah.
Do you still have her initials carved in your chest?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you know her when you decided to do this carving in your chest?
I don't remember. To be honest.
You also said something else that's kind of significant. She's pregnant with your child?
That's what she said. I don't know. I got also the messages here. I even showed the messages to the cops at night when they showed up to my house.
Why did the cops show up to your house?
Her aunt knocked on my door, and she just telling me, oh, hey, listen, I need to speak to you. It's about Katie. And I saw her walking towards my house, and then I got really mad because first she went to my job and then showing up at my house. So I'm like, give me a second. So I came, I closed the door. So at that moment, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I called my mom, like, Mom, what should I do? Like, these people are here. Oh, I'm going to go over there right now. I'm like, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the cops. But instead, the cops were already there. So when I opened the door, the cops asked me, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Oh, because we got a phone call saying that you were trying to kill yourself. She even showed us a video, which is the same one that I told you about.
I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. Let's hear from you. What's going on here? What's your perspective on all of this?
Your Honorable Kelly, if I may please introduce medical records to the court.
These medical records are your sonogram?
Yes.
So you're pregnant?
Yes.
And he's the father?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to give you a chance to look at these and tell me if you have any objection to me looking at those, sir. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what do you want to tell me? What's going on?
The way he was acting, I had to end the relationship because I have a small child in a prior relationship I was before. And the petitioner was just being kind of violent and stalking me. We ended the relationship. Everything was fine, Your Honor, but I found out I was pregnant. So obviously, we conceived this child together. I had to speak to him. I did show up at his job to try to contact him. I wasn't rude. I didn't go into details. I just said I had to speak to him, and it was an important matter. I showed up with my aunt. That's pretty much it. I was very concerned because he tried to commit suicide. He was Baker active. He tried to drink 2 whole bottles of Tylenol. And then this is for him if you want to.
And you have things you want me to look at too, right?
Yes.
That's for him.
Okay, so why don't we do this? We're going to hand those over to you, ma'am. Take a look, see if you have an objection to me looking at his evidence. Okay. And in the meantime, sir, you take a look at her things and see if you have an objection to me looking at her evidence, okay? Okay.
I also have a video I would like to present to the court.
I want to see the video. This is the video, right?
These are screenshots of the video, and these are actually pictures that I took when he called me because I got really scared. But then another time that I told him I was going to break up with him, he threatened me and he took 2 whole bottles of Tylenol.
Do we think that she is a stalker, or is he the one that is crazy? I mean, let's think of it this way, guys. He claims that she forced him to carve her initials into his chest, which is quite literally crazy, which makes me believe that maybe she's the one that is stalking him and is controlling and manipulating him. But then she's sharing her pictures of her pregnancy, and she's sharing, like, this is what's happening. I was a little scared. I went to his work, which makes sense. But then I look at this guy and I'm like, dude, why did you do that to yourself? I mean, to be honest with you, what kind of wild person, no matter how manipulative this person is, this girl, she's the one that got you to do something so atrocious to yourself that's permanent. And so I feel like this guy might be the problem. I'm not really sure, but I feel like he's the one that's the problem. We're going to see what the judge thinks about this, and they're going to present their evidence, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think she's the problem so far, or is he the problem? Let me know.
Sir, do you have any objection to me looking at that?
No, for this, no, I don't have any objection.
Okay, so I'll take a look at that. And then ma'am, you need to look at that and see if you have an objection to me looking at his evidence. And then if I can see this. So this is respondent's evidence. Okay, so I see a photo. I don't know. Why is this? Oh, is this him taking the pills?
Yes, that was the video he sent me, Your Honor.
When he sent you this, did he say, I'm killing myself?
He did, Your Honor, and I told him, please stop manipulating me because I felt like he really wasn't going to do it. So I'm like, please stop manipulating me.
When did this happen?
I would have to check because I don't recall the exact date, Your Honor.
Now I'm looking at a photo of the petitioner carving, looks like B, into his chest.
Yes.
KB.
KB.
That, I took a screenshot because he called me and, I was very concerned. He was carving my initials.
So you just called her up and said, hi, honey, I'm carving your initials, and you look like you're in a car. Are you in a car?
Yeah, that happened after I got out of work because we were arguing, like when I was at work. And after I got out of work, I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I want to work things out. So I called her, can you please come outside? Let's talk, let's work things out. And I was actually crying, please, let's talk. And she didn't want to. And then she FaceTimed me. She asked me, do you have your box cutter with you? And I said, oh, yes, I do. Okay, so if you love me enough, then I want you to carve my initials on your chest.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude, but you wanted to work things out. So this was your solution to working things out. I just don't understand what this is. Carving someone's initials into your chest. Okay, I'll do that so that we can work things out. Dude, are you insane? Bro, this is quite literally one of the most crazy things I've ever heard in my entire life. I feel like carving someone's initials into your chest is something you do on a tree when you're like 12 years old. And you put a little heart around it and you go back and see it later and you're like, wow, I'm not with that person anymore, but I thought I was going to marry that person at age 13. But anyways, I have a feeling that this guy is lying. To me, it feels like this guy's lying. I feel like he's not making cognitive choices. If he's just coming out of work, he's like, I want to work things out, and so I'm going to carve this in my chest. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I have a feeling that she wanted to leave him, and he kept doing things to try and get her to stay with him and to make her feel bad and feel scared. So in my opinion so far, guys, I think he's the one that's the problem.
Hold on 1 second. Did you ask him to carve?
No, Your Honor.
I promise you to God, she did.
No, Your Honor. And I object to this because these are false allegations and this is irrelevant to character evidence.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a look at it over your objection.
Okay.
So you two were talking about having an abortion.
That's what the petitioner wanted, Your Honor.
So you don't want this child?
No.
And she said she wants the child.
In the conversation, I told her, as a woman, you have the rights to make whatever decisions you want.
Okay, I see that you're telling her there's different ways that she can get an abortion, a shot and pills and different things, and she said no, she doesn't want one.
Due to all the stress, it's a threatened miscarriage just because I've been stressed. I've been really sick, Your Honor. All I wanted to do was talk to the petitioner and figure out a way because we both conceived this child together. Make a decision together, figure out how we're gonna co-parent. He was actually the one stalking me, and I would like to present the court with the videos. We were broken up, and he was outside of my house parked for 4 hours while I went out with some friends. He was inside of the car, and he tried to leave and hide, and then, they took a video of him.
So were you outside of her house?
Yes. Can I say a story about that?
A very brief story.
Yes, please. Okay, awesome. That day, me and her, we made plans to go out. She told me, okay, baby, come pick me up. Okay, I will be there now. I was waiting outside her house for her to get ready. I waited, I don't know how, like 2 hours, I guess, and I fell asleep.
I have to interrupt this.
Yes.
The whole question was that your car? And it was your car. Sir, you filed a petition for an injunction against her, and it doesn't even come close to the statutory criteria for you receiving a protective order against her. Let me say something to both of you. You're going to be parents of a child. She's pregnant, right? You need to stay away from her and not have any contact with her. None. Other than through communication about what you're going to do about your child. This is going to be a delicate type of situation with the two of you with a baby coming into the world. So you're going to need your family members to kind of help out with this. So no contact. You don't really need to have a lot of contact other than the regular things that fathers generally help with. But that's going to be a conversation you're going to have with other family members like your aunt and your mom. You're very close to your mom, right?
Yes.
I hope that you get some help too, and we're going to give you some paperwork on where you can get some help, because if you're taking pills and trying to kill yourself, we need to get you stabilized. A dad can't act like that.
I didn't really swallow those pills. I was pretending like I was going to take the pills.
Were you pretending to cut yourself?
Not that.
Okay.
Not that.
Sir,
Okay, so
listen to me.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
listen to me. You're a young man. You're about to become a father. I want you to be stable. I want you to go get some evaluation. And if you need to take medicine for depression or anything else, there's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with it is bringing a child into the world and you not being healthy to help take care of it, okay?
Yes.
So the case is dismissed.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything that I need to do to help you with anything or you with anything, knowing that I can't give you an injunction?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to ask the court if he can be psychologically evaluated, and I would also like to ask the court if I can get this document sealed somehow.
I'm not ordering him to psychological evaluation because I'm dismissing this case.
Okay.
When you have the child, that would be a legitimate thing if you want to pursue before time sharing is set up. We're going to give you the paperwork now on how you do that. Okay. In terms of having any records sealed, our state has laws which require that the courtrooms as well as documents are open to the public. That being said, if you would like them sealed, you have to file a written motion, which will come to me and I'll review it, and we will have a hearing on whether or not you're entitled to have it sealed, okay?
Okay, thank
And do you have any other questions?
No, that's all, Your Honor.
All right, case dismissed. Thank you.
Well, the case was dismissed, and to be honest with you, I felt like it was going that direction. This guy seemed to be making up the whole story. I didn't buy it at all. I feel like at the end of the day, she was the one who sounded like she had a sound mind. He was like telling the judge that, oh, she was making her do these things, but at the same time, it's like, if you are in a relationship with somebody and they're giving you the runaround and you're desperate for them to stay with you, and they're like, well, then go do these with these pills, or go cut, take a box cutter and do this to yourself, and you do it, then it kind of makes you seem like you might be having some issues. And maybe perhaps you guys just shouldn't be together altogether. So I agree with the judge that, the restraining order should have been granted. Now, did she need to, completely deny everything? I don't know about that. I feel like maybe she might need some sort of restraining order on him, because it sounds like he was doing some stalkerish things onto her. So I want to know what you guys think about this, because it was an interesting case, and I feel like, there was a little bit of lying going on. Someone's lying here. But I want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments down below.